What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite wrestling podcast. It is the Monday Night Wave, baby, and we're not
Kinda?
back. We're
Are we
kind of
kind of back?
back. We might be back. If you're listening to this, we're here. We're live in full effect. If you're not listening to this,
Well, it'd be like the last 4 weeks.
or five, I go by Jay, aka the Lonely One, aka Podbreaker, Possum Reed. Pod Will Jacob Freeman, because I pod better than you know it. Mr. Respect the Jumper is in the building, and the trio is back together. It's been a while. We back. All right.
I have not been on the show since August.
It's been that long. This has been that long, bro. It's been a pain in the ass to get everything processed. These episodes that we recorded that never came out. Oh, that wasn't my fault.
Release the loading cut.
Hey, yeah, we're gonna have a segment, the unreleased files.
The lost tapes.
God, bro. The lost tapes?
Woo!
That's crazy. But before we get into, the show here, the Crown Jewel, let's pop it off to Mr. Heroic. Take it away from here.
He is a wild card. He is the king of gorgeous. He is Mr. Sexy Ass Lottery. And I'm not just saying that. Everyone's saying that. Glizzy Illustrated is saying it. His name is 4 letters, 1 word. It's getting spooky every day in October. Hero, and I am he, and I am glad to be back.
Yes, sir. Shout out to that man. He also forgot his other moniker, the rich one. Rich Honey Kwan. Rich Heroic Rager. The richest of them all, a.k.a. richer than he has ever been. But it's your boy.
The real Triple H. The real one.
Hey, it's your boy, the third Mike, the OTC of the Monday Night Wave podcast. That's right, the other co-host, the third Mike. It's your boy DT, and I'm here, hopefully, to officially be able to speak to you all. We have had an unprecedented run of blanks we've been shooting as a team. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no shots up. Just practice, no games. We felt like AI. What we talking about? Not the game. We're talking about practice? Man, come on. Let's get into these body slams and these suplexes.
I want you to know how devoted we've been to show up every week with the hope of an episode dropping. Oh, the hope. Not even like, okay, it's gonna drop. We hoping this bitch is gonna drop. So the fact that y'all hearing this means that we really love talking about wrestling. Yeah, let's just hope that the people hear this.
Fingers are crossed. You want to talk about some counter booking? Man, shout out to the last program we was using. God damn.
1,000%. Let's talk about some news real quick. Very small amount of news here. There's been a lot of releases this past 2 days. I think it started Thursday, Friday. We've seen an unprecedented amount of people not renewing their WWE ID, or not even have the option to renew, just getting dropped from the ID program. We see a couple NXT people also been dropped. Legends of Future Greats talent has also been dropped as well. One big name in particular, Mr. Wesley.
Some Evolve talent.
Yeah, Evolve talent. Like there's a lot going on here. One talent that I was watching from afar. I wasn't too into the Legends of Future Great just because we watch too much wrestling as is. But I think it's Gentala.
Yep, she's a star.
I was like, she definitely looked the part. I thought for sure that would have been an easy layup for WWE, easy layup. And she got released as well. I remember saying a while ago that WWE had their hands in too many places, and somebody or something was going to have to take the cut. I did not expect it to come in this way, shape, or form, at all. But yeah, man, a lot of major things going on. Yeah. Any thoughts on the releases here?
I mean, we've talked about it before, right? You continuing to gather all this talent, sign all these people. At some point in time, you got to balance the checkbook. Do I think it's right? Nah. But It is what it is. I was surprised by Wesley. I just assumed because of how long he was in NXT and how big his fan base was that he would ultimately get a chance to um, get up to the main roster. I know he had the back injury and then he had to rework himself back in. He had the heel turn that I guess people didn't like. So I thought he was going to be able to work his way back into it, but it looks like for now they've said, "Hey, we're gonna pass." So, um, am I surprised? No. Disappointed? Sure. I'll say I'm disappointed.
Any thoughts,
Uh,
Hero?
yeah. Well, yeah. But besides the being surprised with the Wesley one, for the same reasons DT said. Other than that, like to me, this is. I feel like this is only we're only talking about this because there's really nothing else to talk about. Like a lot of these names, I don't even know. Mostly because I don't watch Evolve and I don't look for I don't look at the WWE ID talent. And this is no disrespect to them when I'm saying this. I just don't recognize any of these names. So it was kind of like the Kiki Palmer meme the entire time. I was seeing, looking at the timeline. I'm like, I don't know who this is. Sorry to that man. Sorry to this person. Like, I don't. So, I mean, that's just kind of the way, like, it's like we're talking about, like, it is unfortunate, but like, like, we're talking about like Evolve and stuff like that. Like it's kind of like a revolving door for who they want to eventually send up to like regular NXT and whatnot. And some people didn't want to renew, and some people didn't get the option, like you said. And I mean, it kind of is what it is. It doesn't mean the door is closed for them. They can be back. We still got other places they can go. So it's unfortunate, but I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I think one of the things I was thinking about was just in general with like the whole WID thing was to help out the indies, right? So how does this help out the indie talent if we sign with WWE and then we get dropped and now we're back in square one where we used to be? Like what's the purpose of this? Like if we haven't seen anything like be like
You
followed
got
through with like even like the WID like women's champion, I think it was Kylie Ray. Is that was she like she
yeah.
was the WID women's champion and she even got dropped.
Oh no, she
And
didn't get
granted,
dropped. She got pregnant. She had to drop the title.
that makes it even worse. Like that means we can't even support you while you're pregnant.
I don't remember. I don't. Did she get dropped?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I had to
Um,
look at the whole
but
list.
just in general, my point
Yeah,
still remains like, what's the purpose of this if we're dropping talent, right? Before we can even see if like there's any follow through. Has there been anybody from the ID pushed up to NXT? Is that am I missing something here? Has that happened?
I haven't seen it. It could be grand opening, grand closing.
ID specific. I'm not fully sure, but I mean, NIL people, yeah. Uh, Evolve people. There's a couple people on Evolve that are starting to be fully mixed into NXT, but I don't think it's as much of a factory machine as they like to promote themselves to be, but also we shouldn't expect them to be this like super crazy wrestling machine. Not everybody gets it. Not everybody fits their criteria, or whatever. I would say if I had to give a cheap answer to your question, I would say it's they get the rub. They got a bunch of free promotion essentially, and we'll see
Terrible.
if it does do anything. If they do get extra indie bookings because of they were on such and such show, we'll see. Only time will tell
Right.
with that. But as of right now, I would say if I had to give an answer, that would be the only answer I could give you. Is that
And
they got the
like
rub.
and this when I say this, I don't want this to come off as like a shot to anybody. But it's kind of like when like I was making beats and people be like, bro, yeah, I just put you on like not any money. Like, nah, but the exposure. It's like the exposure don't pay bills. You know what I'm saying? Like exposure don't like do anything for you. It's good in that moment, but the way that content is consumed in today's like era, it's like here today, gone tomorrow. Like, so yes, you are getting the WWE hypothetical rub, but it's like, nigga, you still gotta wake up and pay bills. Rent still due. Like we still got
Mm-hmm.
shit to like to work on here. So that's personally how I feel about the concept of like a rub. But I do understand, like, yes, you can put it on the resume that you were there for a little bit. You are, not green per se. They trusted you enough to put you on the ID squad, so therefore you have some level of experience that you can take, to multiple different places. Um, Speaking of resigning, it was I think Thursday midnight. It was Santos had decided that he wasn't going to sign back, and then that I think that Friday like afternoon, we had found out that Santos resigned his,
This shit is
his contract. And the funny answer is, of course, the he didn't want to join the Don Callis family, right? That's the funny answer. That's fucking great. The more serious answer though is I think Santos was able to like put out what he was worth, to it's kind of like the leverage of having two people or two companies here to where I can get paid this over here, or I can come back over here and do this. A lot of the story that I seen with Santos was more so like creative. Like he wanted to be, used properly, wanted to be in storylines and whatnot, which is rightfully so. Santos is a great fucking wrestler. Like he can talk his ass off. Like I understand it entirely. Um, how do we feel? You know, what's the thoughts with Santos? Like, are we excited? Are we not excited? And I have a question for DT too. Is if Santos is able to re-sign, why not Cross?
You want me to answer this right now?
Well, I mean,
Or you want the second mic to go, then the third mic, or you
I
want me
mean,
to
you,
answer?
could,
yeah,
you might as well go. I mean, he asked a question.
You want me to answer your second question first, or the first question first?
in whatever order you want to answer it.
All right. So, I'll answer the first question first. Um, in terms of like, how do we feel about this? So when I first got back into wrestling, like 2021, 2022, like it was like right after, it might have been 2022. It was like right, was it? Whatever. It was right after the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns WrestleMania match. When I started watching SmackDown, Santos was somebody that stuck out to me because of Legado del Fantasma. And he was a heel and he had dope music and he was like chopping people down, talking shit about them. So to me, he was dope. And for like a year and change, he was starting to like, they were starting to push him a little bit, put him in more title pictures, et cetera, et cetera. And then out of the blue, it seemed like they just pulled the rug out from under him. I don't know what happened or what, but it seemed like they were like, hey, we're just going to take the gas off and put it over here. So I'm excited that he has leveraged his way back into the conversation, and hopefully he'll get like a proper exposure and storyline, and he's not just taking pins in the mid card to take pins because they don't want anyone else to take pins. And I don't know if this was, I feel like it was right around the time LA Knight started getting really hot. But anyway, so to answer your question, I'm excited about that. I'm hoping for the best for his character. Whether he switches it up, changes it, or he's the Emperor of Lucha Libre again, or whatever the case. To answer your second question, Karrion Kross has talked about it like a billion times already since he's been released. They gave him one number. He said that, well, let's look at what you're talking about. I just want to see it. They had some person in the middle between him. Maybe he didn't want to deal with that person, and Santos was willing to do so. Like it just did. Everyone bargains or whatever the case. Like you're lobbying for yourself differently. Like everyone's journey, quote unquote, is different. On top of that, Cross also explained that they weren't talking about re-signing Scarlett as well. And when they brought that up, they would always say, hey, let's take care of you first, then we'll deal with her. Where he wanted to get them both done at the same time to make sure she was a part of his character and she was still employed and et cetera, et cetera. So he's talked about it a bunch of different times. His interview with Ariel Helwani, he's talked about it with, I forgot the other cat's name.
Van Vliet?
No, before that. He talked about it with somebody else before that. He did a documentary for the Killer documentary part 2. He talked about it. And then, yes, he talked about it with Chris Van Vliet most recently. So that answer is already out there from him, from his mouth, and it hasn't been disputed. They probably won't dispute it, so we'll just take his word as gospel.
Well, I guess I should have kind of phrased that better. I meant more so like if we were able to see the value in Santos to where we're not gonna let you go. Why did that value not exist for Cross when we had fan outcry for Cross? For the final week that Cross was in WWE. Like there wasn't, and respectfully, there wasn't any fan outcry for Santos. You know what I'm saying? But for Cross, it was very loud that the fans wanted him to stay.
So that is probably also the reason they didn't like that they had to change plans with almost call him Ron Cena, Jesus, with Ron Killings, and they brought R-Truth back. Like there were if you look at it over the last, and they say this, the fans pick and choose, the fans do da 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 da, but you set a precedent if every time something goes wrong or to the displeasure of the fans, then you set a precedent of you're gonna swerve. Like they did it in what we talked about it a bunch of times with the WrestleMania 40 thing, R-Truth. Like there's been a bunch of different moments where the fan outcry has been so loud that they're like, all right, fine. Well, it's like when you give the baby's crying, you give the baby the piece of candy. Well, at some point in time, you're not gonna keep getting a fucking piece of candy every time you cry. So if you think about big business, major corporation, it was probably that. Because there's no way you can't say he wasn't selling shirts and merch. They got to the point where he wasn't even on the card. He was barely having backstage interactions, and then they put a shirt up in the actual arenas. And then he got 3 or 4 shirts. Then Scarlett got a shirt. Then he got an entrance in so they were changing it to the fans to kind of pacify us up until that point. And then after a while, it's like, all right, like, it's just going to be what it's going to be. We run the show. We run the company, not the fans. Like, we are going to pay who we want to pay, and that's that. And you will deal with it or you won't. But you're going to deal with it because what else are you going to watch?
Facts.
Hey, man, shout out Santos, got a job. I mean, he's talented enough. He was going to keep a job. So, shout out to him for, doing what's best for him and his family.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Listen, I respect it.
We are now, after this PLE, 4 more dates remaining for John Cena. November 10th in Boston, November 17th in New York City, 29th of November in San Diego, and the last show in Washington, D.C., 12/13 for Saturday night's main event. This is it, people. 4 more dates, and then farewell Cena. Now, part of me kind of feels like there's still one more. I don't see how you do WrestleMania and not have John Cena like his last match at Mania. It would have to be. Like, there's no way that I feel like you just ended on a Saturday night's main event. There's no fucking way you don't capitalize on that bread in Vegas with the last time for Cena.
Maybe he doesn't want to relive the horror of the previous WrestleMania.
That shit was bad. That shit was ass.
Shout out to Dewey.
And Travis. It would be cool if he did extend it, but I think he's set on it. I would like after we talk about this. I mean, after this AJ match, like I want him to extend it. Like I think they should go out together. Like they both their last match should just be with each other. Like that's how I'm feeling after today.
Swan song together, like they just dive out.
Put him in an exploding table. Like, I don't give a shit. But no, like, So I really, it would be cool if he did extend it, but I think he's set on it. I think that's why. Fortunately for him, unlike Goldberg, this Saturday's main event will be on Peacock, so we ain't got to worry about. I mean, they still gonna give us those commercials, but I don't think we have to worry about his mini, and I don't think we have to worry about him being cut off early. So.
They'll probably dedicate the last hour to him.
I mean, that's John Cena. I don't know, but man, we gotta. Honestly, the bigger question with these 4 dates is, the opponents, and
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, a lot of online speculations going on. There's been rumors that it's gonna be Gunther There was also rumors that there might be a tournament to see who gets his final match, which that's not a terrible idea. I think that's cool if that is a thing. But yeah, I mean that's the part I'm most interested in is within these 4 dates who he's facing.
I'm still set on Dom in San Diego. He gets the IC from Dom. He fights Gunther in December. Gunther takes it from Cena.
You can't. I disagree with that. Only because
you don't want Gunther taking
the IC. You can't have Gunther. Yeah, you can't have Gunther have the IC
go back. Yeah,
because not even just quote unquote going back, but then it brings up that thing again. Like, who is going to beat Gunther? You can't keep having people just beat Gunther willy nilly.
Sure.
You can't. Like, you can't. So I'm against that.
I guess I was saying it more so like I think Cena should get the IC and just wrap up the career. I just don't know, like, if it's not Gunther for the last one, who is it? Who gets the rub? What heel gets the rub? Because this is babyface Cena now. So what heel gets the rub?
Braun Breaker? Put him out the pasture.
I'd say Braun, or honestly, give it to Seth. Him and Cena have great chemistry. So like if you're talking about like a banger, but yeah, Braun would be great because he's a young guy. He could use the rub. Bronson honestly got some accomplishments. We'll talk about it, but he's in a rare. He has a couple rare accolades that a lot of wrestlers cannot say they have ever done.
Do you do Reed? If it's not Breaker, could you go Reed?
You could go Reed, and I'm just saying, like, you add into his accolades because, spoiler, because he beats Roman tonight. We'll talk about it, but like, and there's only so many wrestlers that can say they pinned Roman and Okada in a 1v1 match. He is one of the only handful of wrestlers. Like maybe Jericho, maybe Moxley. I don't know, but Bronson Reed has pinned Okada and Roman Reigns in the last 5 years. No one else can say that shit. So if you gave him Cena, that's cool for his accolade. That's cool for his future Hall of Fame.
Tsunamis on Cena.
That's a way to go out. So I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Thoughts, DT, last opponent, or how does this work? Because there's 4 dates. I don't think he wrestles the Raw dates. I think we save those for the PLEs. Mm-hmm. So just say the first 2 Raws or build up for an angle. Who are these last 2 opponents? How do you wrap it up?
Legitimate question. Have we seen Super Cena? Because I have a Super Cena theory that I would like to see. It's completely, utterly ridiculous, but I think
in the Cody match we got pieces of Super Cena.
Yeah, I think the SummerSlam.
Maybe not even pieces. We got Super Cena in that Cody match in SummerSlam. Like they was doing some crazy shit, and he was doing a lot of crazy shit.
All right, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be probably a horrible idea.
Clip it.
And if you clip that, make sure you add that piece in it that I said that's gonna be a horrible idea.
Nah, I won't be there.
Okay, that's good. I think that Cena's last match should be against everybody.
You want to talk about the show now, or?
I'm
asking the Lord. I was talking to the Lord. I'm asking the Lord.
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
More. No.
But I'm the best.
I think. No, I feel like anybody that's supposed to be the future, and I feel they should get a shot at Cena. They should just run down like a gauntlet match. You said there's a tournament, just do a gauntlet match.
That still doesn't answer who gets the pin.
Hey, let's look. If he want to have the greatest Royal Rumble of all time, where Cena has like a fucking lumberjack match, knock yourself out.
I told you, I don't think it's a good idea, but I think it would be cool to see.
Also, they technically already did it with John Cena, Randy Orton versus the entire Raw roster or some shit like that.
I do remember that graphic. Does Drew get it?
McIntyre?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he can't get away from the Samoans.
It's also true, but
What? No.
that's crazy. Being stuck in the bloodline vortex, where it's technically not the bloodline no more. It's still fucked up.
No, it is the bloodline. It's literal. That's what it is. It's a literal. It's fighting everyone in that entire family.
I almost made that picture of Mateo, my profile picture. That shit was funny as fuck.
Which one? The side profile?
The side profile, him in the face paint. Oh God, almost.
Hey, listen, I'll leave that to y'all. Maybe they're doing something different. We'll see what happens. But at least you don't have to look at his face expressionlessly.
It don't look any better.
Bro, it looks terrible.
It don't look good either way.
It makes it worse, honestly. I swear to God. I absolutely cannot.
It's like, oh, it's like putting Jigglypuff in like the dead president's like face paint. It's like this shit just don't make sense. It don't look good. Like, I get it, you trying to look tough, but nah.
Tell me he did not just say that. Honestly, well, it'd be great to see it since your video has been off this whole time. But
I just want to. Well, I want to make sure this because I'm doing this on my phone. I want to make sure this goddamn episode goes through.
Oh, I appreciate you taking the sacrifice, then. I genuinely don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know who Cena's last opponent should be. I genuinely don't. But like him getting off everybody's finishing moves is fucking. It's fucking fire. It is fire. I do have a slight critique because I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it.
Oh yes,
I gotta keep it even. I gotta
keep the same energy. I seen your tweet.
So I gotta do that. I gotta do that. But it's still cool to see.
Let's talk about it. Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia. Show kicks off. Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. Now, maybe I missed it. When did they add the Australian part to the street fight? I thought it was just a street fight.
This last Monday. Well, it's because they're in Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they actually did. Like he didn't. I don't think he responded. But they did add some rugby shit, some cricket shit, some other shit.
Bro, cricket is everywhere. I want a boomerang. I want a didgeridoo. You couldn't get a toboggan?
You couldn't bring out a kangaroo, nigga?
Bro, you just looked that shit up.
No, I used to want to desperately go to Australia until I realized everything was poisonous there.
And they had big ass spiders?
Yes, which I'm terrified of. But you couldn't get a didgeridoo? That little... You couldn't hit that nigga with a rainmaker? No. Shout out to Okada.
Steakhouse menu?
A boomerang. Even I have a boomerang. Granted, it's from Punta Cana, but I have a boomerang. You couldn't grab a boomerang. Rugby, a thing that's in every country and continent almost.
All right.
Anywho, I was just confused. I was like, when the hell they added the Australian part to it? And then I was watching, which, by the way, timeout.
Should have made it be Vegemite. That would have made me pop.
Ain't no PLE worth being up at 5 a.m. Right? Nothing's worth being up at 5 a.m. to watch. No pay-per-view, nothing.
Is that a shot, nigga?
No. Let me finish the story here. That being said, because I'm on my work clock, I was up at 6 a.m., nigga. And I was like, I can't go to sleep. Guess what's on?
Crown Jewel.
Let's just go ahead and turn this bitch on. I still stand by my comment of nothing should be on at 5 a.m. I do get it. They started the show really late over there. I think it was like 8 p.m. start time for them, which is fucking crazy. But like, there's no excitement at 5 a.m. for wrestling, bro. I realized that this morning. That like at 6 a.m. there's nothing.
You're not a real sicko. That's wild.
I was kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of excited. I thought the shit was dope that I could watch it at 5 a.m. and not have to work or nothing.
I was just like, why in the fuck am I up right now? I was like, you know what? I got a job to do. Might as well watch this shit in real time. Cause I was gonna watch it later, But I was like, fuck it, I'm already up. And then I seen this nigga DT was up. This nigga live tweeting this shit. I'm like, oh, he's a real trooper. This nigga is a real Roman Reigns fan.
Okay, well, see, and I knew you was gonna try to put some shit on it. I knew you niggas was gonna try to put
Yeah,
some
to
shit.
segue back to the first match at some point.
Listen. So the real reason why I was up.
You had your finger up at 5 a.m., nigga? You was at 5 a.m.?
Wow, that is a very wild thing.
That
just
is
to clip,
so
just
crazy.
Clip that.
That is so crazy.
Kind of crazy.
So the real reason why, because I figured that all three of us were going to rewatch this at like 12 noon or something. I didn't think niggas was going to be up. But I knew I had to get up because I was making chili for a family like get together. So, and I started the chili last night at 10:30. So I set an alarm at like 11:30 just to mix it again, add some extra seasoning in. And then I was like, I got 4 hours to take a nap. And once I popped up, I was like, well, shit, I'm up now, and it's already on. So let me, dress up the chili some more, then I'm gonna watch it. And that shit didn't go off till 8:30. I was like, nigga, what the fuck?
This nigga is he making chili at 5 a.m. I see what you did here, OTC. You gotta give up your offering to the tribal chief. Original tribal chili. I see what original tribal chili. That's what we're doing at 5 a.m. I see.
That does explain.
Nigga had his finger up and eating beans at 5 a.m. Crazy.
Okay, yo,
crazy.
yo.
This is all crazy.
Getting back to the match here, what's our original thoughts going in? Because I can tell you right now, I was not expecting Bronson Reed to win. Most people in their hometowns don't get the rub or get the win here. I believe last time we talked about it that we were all in agreement somewhat of that Reed should get the push here or get the rub here. That happens. What is our thoughts here?
I was glad that he got the win. Honestly, I mean, it's been forever since I got to talk wrestle with you guys, but I would have been upset if he didn't get the win because Roman already got the win at the last PLE, and I thought it would have hindered any sort of push if he just went 0-2 again. And then since it was a street fight, you have chances for, semi shenanigans, which is pretty much what happens tonight. So it makes sense. And yeah, I thought it was a good showing. It wasn't a barn burner, but it wasn't a boring match either. I thought it was a cool match. It was a good opener, a solid opener, and I don't know. I thought it was solid.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree with pretty much all of that. It was cool. I was happy that I can't believe I'm saying it, but I was happy that Bronson Reed won. For the exact same reasons that Hero said. Honestly, I think Roman can afford to lose.
He needs to start pushing.
He can afford to lose like the next 3 or 4 times that he wrestles.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I agree. He needs to job a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, just like a smidge. Yeah.
Smidge. I need them to take away the term street fight and just say hardcore match. It would do a lot of justice just for me and the way my head works.
I wouldn't even.
And even then, it wasn't. It was like them niggas. It was 2 tables, chair shots, a cricket bat, a kendo stick, and a rugby ball that was thrown at Paul Heyman but bounced off the rope. So,
it's a way to save Roman's character though. I think too.
He's just saying change the name of the match, which is fine. Which is fine.
Yeah, but like you get the.
Just say no DQ. I would have been cool with that too.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect.
Yeah, just change the name of the match. That's what he said. Just change the name.
No DQ, cool. But when you give me the term street fight, I'm like, bitch, let's go outside in this Australian dirt and throw these hands.
Bro, they just got through having people spend $20,000 for them tickets. They are not about to take niggas outside. You're gonna be inside this arena.
Pocket or somebody.
Oh my god.
I mean,
It would be kind of cool. In this match, though, we do see some shenanigans happen. We see Braun Breaker comes out, ends up spearing Roman. In return, Usos come out to help Roman. Now, this is where I may have missed something here. Where was there communication where Roman had said that he didn't want any help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that on Raw? I watched Raw. I didn't see that.
He had told Jimmy before, because Jimmy has been trying to like help him out, take care of him, make sure everybody good. That's the space Jimmy's in right now. He wants to be the glue, hold the family together. Jay going over here, Roman is Roman, and is encouraging Jay to like venture off more, do his thing or whatever. And he essentially just told you, he's like, I told you to worry about him. I don't need y'all to worry about me. Like, worry about him, make sure he's good and that he's doing what he's supposed to do, which is essentially looking out for him. And Jay said the same thing, like, we need to be looking out for us. It's us we need to be looking out for. Not nobody else. So,
this is all important here because during this match here, we see that there's a mistimed spear from Jey Uso and sends Roman straight through the table. At this point, tide's turn. You now speared the tribal chief through the table here. The Vision gets the upper hand. Braun, I believe, spears, was it Jimmy through the barricade? I think.
Yeah, but that was a little bit before. He
was that the one before or after?
That was before, but he did do another spear right after that, the table spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then that sets up the tsunami.
Gotcha. So with Jay spearing Roman, the tsunami happens on Roman. Bronson Reed gets the win here. Bloodline looking a little like dumbfounded, sitting in the ring after the match. Everybody sitting there, all got their ass whooped, looking at each other like, "Hey, what the fuck happened here?" And we get some infamous words from our tribal chief, Mr. DT. Would you please take it away?
Well, damn, you could have told me this in pre-prod because I could put up the tweet.
We know what's crazy? I knew this nigga tweet this shit. I knew that I knew he had all the documents ready to go because that's his tribal chief. He made chili today.
All right, woo, niggas, bruh. This is why you can't trust niggas. All right. So this is that
nigga was in the kitchen when it was time to eat. That nigga said, "Ladies and gentlemen."
My name is DT. All right. So essentially, he says a few sentences. I don't catch everything that Jimmy and Jay are saying, and I don't know if that's because the mic was like, I don't know. They just had the audio to where I couldn't really hear him do it. But
even with the subtitles, I couldn't fully make it out. Also,
So Roman's in the ring. Jesus, Roman is in the ring looking at Jimmy and Jay, and essentially like, I told y'all I didn't need y'all help. The world thinks I can't do shit on my own. Like I told y'all, this only works one way. It only works one way. And Jimmy says something to the effect of, like I said before, trying to be there for you, help you out. Roman, I told you to be there for him. Be there for Jay. Like, I don't need y'all help. I love y'all. But I don't want to see y'all till Christmas. Which means you definitely gonna see him before Christmas.
True. Let's pause real quick. Pause. I'll be damned if a nigga look at me and tell me like I'm his sons. I don't want to see y'all till Christmas, bro. Like you putting us on punishment. Like I don't.
Nigga, you just speared me. Nigga, you just speared me, and then you got this big ass 365-pound nigga Vader bombing, jumping off the goddamn top rope on my goddamn rib and chest and shit.
This nigga looked at both of them and said, "You know what? I'm so disappointed in y'all.
Yeah,
I don't want to see y'all till Christmas." Ain't that a bitch, nigga? It's because trying to help your monkey ass out. What the fuck is going on here?
Did you help?
It's because in kayfabe, we know they hang out every weekend, barbecuing and shit.
I don't want to see y'all
in Florida.
And
like,
you know what, bitch, nigga?
Did y'all help?
I need some time alone.
Did you help? Forget your intentions. What was the impact, my nigga? Did you help? Did you help or did you hinder? Help or hinder? What did you do?
I mean, one of them helped. I mean,
One of them definitely helped.
there's twins, so I don't know. I feel like we could.
I mean, that should count for like half a point, 1.5.
Listen,
They
one of
count for
y'all
the spread.
one of y'all niggas not only did you put me through a table, but you put me through a table with my move that you took from me when you left me.
I mean, I don't think it was that deep, but I mean, now that you bring it up, though,
It is fucked up.
Yeah.
So, and when he says this, he gets up and he like walks away, right? We see Roman walking to the back to the entrance, and you can audibly hear Jay say, "This is what he always do. He's gonna walk. He's just gonna be about. He always gonna do him. He's always gonna do him." And Jay's like at the point where he's like, "Well, I'm out too."
Yeah, fuck it, I'm out.
And I'm like, these niggas is breaking up again. Like,
that's what family.
If y'all don't stay apart, nigga, like
that's what family do. That's what family do.
But this also goes in turn with it didn't air in the last episode, but my return merchant fucking shit. Because they know that at any given moment we could always pop this shit back on, bro. And niggas is gonna pop off every time. Return merchant ass nigga.
Everybody gonna tune
Crazy.
in. Everybody gonna
give
tune
you
in.
the same shirt, OTC, in different fonts.
You try to overtalk me because you know
next shirt it's gonna have a chili stand on it. You know it's all right. But
this man is cooking chili for Roman. That shit is great. I love that visual. I hope I dream about it.
Dreaming about me cooking chilies
for another man. Yeah, it's a weird dream.
You know he had on the red glove too. Just stirring the pot with the red Roman glove.
Fist cocking it. Can I say that?
Watch this be the episode that actually makes it out.
Oh,
the other 4 episodes where we're having actual dialogue about what the fuck is happening doesn't make it out. But this one, when we rag on DT, is going to make it out. Everyone's going to hear this one.
Phoenix said, ooh, wow.
Damn.
Hey, this shit was a little spicy, though. It was a little spicy. It was a little spicy.
Oh, fuck. All right, Bloodline's breaking up.
They're not.
We don't know what the hell's going. Family turmoil, family issues, right?
Yeah, we just have a little disagreement.
Little spat here. Yeah. This also kind of maybe. Go ahead here before I wrap it up.
Okay, cool. I don't like any of this. I think it sucks. I don't understand it. I think I think the character trajectory with Jay is completely backwards from what we've been literally going through the last 2 years. I do not understand Roman. I don't understand any of these arcs. The only person I understand is Jimmy because I know what it's like to be a family member trying to make shit make sense because everyone else is fucking stupid. Like I don't but story wise, legitimately from a story standpoint, this does not make sense to me. Like I do not like watching this. I don't like it on my team.
Explain.
Further?
No. Fuck explaining. What would you do differently? You got the pen.
Yeah.
You got the pen.
I don't understand. I don't understand even how he got here. Because essentially, if I'm remembering wrong, Jay was starting to feel a certain way because he was taking some L's. So what? You took L's before you even won the belt from Gunther, whether it was IC or the World Heavyweight title. Somehow his brother's on the show now. And then he starts crashing out, and it's like, I'm going to listen to Roman. Roman's like, do your thing, but also, like, follow me. And now he's like, don't follow me. It does, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that's not making sense. And if I had the pin, I don't even know why. If I had the pin, Roman wouldn't be a part of this at all. Like, I thought this whole, like, Jimmy coming back to Raw and them being on the same show should be about them. I don't understand why Roman is tied to this whatsoever. Like, they should have their time apart. Like, they can be on the same show, but I feel like we should have their time apart. Like, I don't understand why they're being intertwined whatsoever. So if I had the pin, Roman would have never been part of whatever identity crisis Jay is going through right now. Roman wouldn't be a part of any of this. He would be in his own feud, probably still against Bronson Reed, so we can put over Bronson Reed. And then they could be beefing with the New Day or something. I don't give a shit. Anybody else? I don't know. I don't understand the storyline that's going on though.
DT.
All right. So technically, they are apart. The problem is based off of WrestleMania 41. That was the last one, right? 41? Yeah. Based off of 41, you have to have Roman lingering around, hovering around, because you got to get back to Seth. With that, Seth has Jay's belt. Right? So that's where there's this crossroads. That's part of the reason why Roman is saying, people think I can't do shit by myself. He's also saying, do your thing. Don't do what I did, because that was the wrong way to go about it. He didn't verbalize that. We would all love to hear that. Sure. But he's saying, don't do what I did, but be about the gold. Be about getting your belt back and being the best you can be. Focus on that. Now, are they writing it to where you can understand it? Or someone who isn't paying attention as much can understand it? Maybe not. They could probably do a better job with the dialogue to get that point across. Sure. So I will give you that. But the only reason why Roman is even hanging around the Vision is because he has to be doing something until it comes time for the big season, where you get the Royal Rumble. You have that interaction with with Seth, to get to WrestleMania, to get to that match. That's the only. That's the only reason. Yes.
Yeah, no,
Can they write it better, like the dialogue? Sure, but that's why those two things, or those two characters, or three characters, or rather, are kind of hanging around, revolving around the Vision, because the Vision is now taking the place of what the Bloodline was in terms of that's the orbit. So that's where the belt is. That's where the main characters are at, and then anyone who's in that quote unquote orbit will be interacting with these people. So that's just my explanation on it. Is it a good, like, are they writing it well? Probably not. But I mean, I was able to understand it. But then y'all just say I'm glazing the tribal chief, so it is what it is.
well, no, I wouldn't say that, but no, like I understand why Roman's around the Vision. I just don't think like you could accomplish all the stuff that you're saying without Roman and the Usos being tied to each other also. Because like Seth and what the other two Vision members are doing seems like it's almost damn near a separate universe until they hang out in the locker room together. Like I just like Roman being a part of Jay's own emotional story arc that we still don't even fully understand what's going on. Is just it's convoluted, especially when he obviously comes in and out as frequently as he comes in and out. It's just
And to piggyback,
I got a rebuttal for you, but go ahead, Jay.
Piggyback off of that, like, because what is Jay's motivation, right? His motivation was for him to get the title back. He's been saying like, "Oh, I want to get my belt back," right?
Mm-hmm.
But in this, there's also a slight like tandem or frustration with Roman. You know, he's always going to do this. He always does this. True, great, but you always keep returning to help this nigga too. This is the first time we've seen like Jay be like hesitant on not wanting to, or not, or not helping Roman, or not wanting to like, or not. How can I say it? The first time where Jay is vocalizing,
eagerly helping Roman.
yeah,
A year ago, they had to beg him to be in War Games.
right. And now Jay's kind of seen like the way he's looking is that like he's frustrated with like, damn, we try to help him. Now he gonna walk on us because we try to help him. He always does this shit where he gets in his feelings and he gonna walk away when shit's not right for him. But we always are the ones like, coming to bat for him, right? And if that's Jay's motivation for like, you know what, fuck Roman, I'm gonna go do this, great. But my thought process with that is that this nigga fucked you up in the cage match 4 years ago, twice, or he beat you twice. One was in the cage match, and Jimmy had to come out there and save you and whatnot. You should have been frustrated with this nigga a long time ago. There should have been more like sprinkles of Jay slowly like, I don't know what this boy's on, but I don't fuck with him. This shouldn't have been the moment.
So, okay, I hear you, and I think the reason it is going this way is because in that arc, in that time, so you got to remember a couple things. One, You go back to the very first moment that the Usos, I don't want to say betrayed, but they turned face against Roman when it was all in the ring with Heyman, Solo,
Mm-hmm.
etc. Where Jay essentially was like, I was the right hand man. They know us now, and it's all because of him. And if I'm out, you out too. And then they super kick him. Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
That whole thing. So in that, one thing to remember, like from that dialogue, was Roman was like, who was supposed to be the next tribal chief? It was supposed to be Jay. The only person who had a problem with it was Jimmy. So that brings itself back in terms of twofold. One, the attention that Roman is giving Jay versus the attention that Roman is giving Jimmy is obviously a lot different. Because Roman is looking at it as like, all right, you didn't had a belt. You on my level now. Like even when they crossed paths when he got the IC belt, he was like, I'm proud of you. And Jay's like, nigga, fuck, I don't care that you proud of me. I'm doing this for me. And even then, Roman was like, I'm proud of you. Then WrestleMania 41 when he beat Gunther, I'm happy for you. That's what he's supposed to be doing. Da 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 da. You're a champion. You go on a championship run. Hit like Roman's whole uh, drive as the tribal chief era was uplifting his family, like his family being number one. We the greatest family. Blah blah blah. I'll do whatever that looks like for our family to be number one. Now Jay is at a point where we talked about before, where we felt like the Bloodline story was about Jay's growth and his change in character. Well, now we're at the point where he reached that pinnacle for the Raw brand anyway. He reached that pinnacle of what Roman was talking about. So now that you're there, you're at the top of that mountain, albeit for those uh, 3 or 4 months, whatever it was. You know what that looks like. You know what that feels like. That's the feeling that you need to be chasing. That's what checks and championships. That's what you need to be about. Not about being cool with the guys or being the quarterback one and being nice to everybody. Blah 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 blah. This is about being the greatest of all time. That should be your thought process. That's what Roman is trying to say. Jay is now seeing, well, shit, when I was the champion, I had the stroke, everybody was yeeting, yada, yada. Now, granted, people are still yeeting and etc., but he was the focal point for a while. He was opening up Monday Night Raws. He was closing them. It was Monday Night Wave, or Monday Night Wave, sorry, Monday Night Raw. Um, all of that shit. He was coming out just spamming his intro just to spam his intro for no reason. And now he doesn't have the belt. He's not on that level. And he's got LA Knight in his way. He's got Seth Rollins in his way. He's got the Vision in his way. And in some cases, he has his brother in his way, which is causing him to be like, man, Roman was right. I need to be all about this. So you're seeing that shift in his personality and his change over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And he's like, fuck it. If Roman is simply saying, I need to only be about this, I'm not fucking dealing with him no more then. I'm just not. I'm not gonna come out try to help him and try to be about family. I'm gonna do exactly what he said. I'm gonna be just about me, and I'm out. And that's kind of what you're seeing at this point.
Okay. In closing, last question, and just a quick yes or no, so we can get on to the next match here.
Yep.
Is Roman, Jimmy J, a part of War Games?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, it's a yes until proven otherwise.
Okay. Match 2 was Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton, women's champion versus women's champion for the Crown Jewel championship.
Mm-hmm.
Very quick match. Grand opening, grand closing for me. I think there was some dope spots, but not like anything that was like to go home about.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's personally how I feel. And I don't mean like this was a snooze fest or nothing like that, but just nothing. You can tell the chemistry wasn't there for them. Like there wasn't like too much of I don't know, like I don't know. I guess chemistry is the word. However, I will give credit where credit is due. That cartwheel into the Alabama Slam was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit was gas. But other than that, right person won. I see the vision and making Vaquer look great and look like a champion. And I think that in order for her to be put in the same realm as a Rhea, Bianca, Liv, Io, we have to build up the credibility. So she needs some big wins so that way we can have her go one-on-one with a Bianca, and it doesn't look like Bianca. If Bianca loses, that we question why she lost. Right now we're trying to build up Stephanie back here to make her a credible champion. And that way, like when we have these 1v1 matches, it could be a true 50-50 and not, Rhea should just be dog walking Stephanie. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything you said. Pretty much for the most. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. It was a quick match. It was good. Both women looked great. The right person won. I think Stephanie needed to win more for the exact reasons that you just stated. And yeah, there isn't really much else they could have. They didn't have the history that a Seth and Cody have as two current faces. So yeah, you couldn't build. I'm sure you could have built more of a story if they didn't have like a WrestlePalooza 2.5 weeks right before this show and whatnot. I'm sure they could have actually built a legitimate like feud. But with what they had, it did what it had to do. So.
I looked down at my phone. I went to the bathroom. I checked on the chili, and I came back, and it felt like the match was over. So I didn't even really get to see the match. I will say this though, personal opinion. I think once Jade is recovered and back healthy in terms of just her cut, it's probably time to get the belt off of Tiffany. In my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, it is definitely time.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's just where I sit. So.
Yeah, I just don't know if it should be Jade.
It's got to be somebody.
Unless they're going to make Julia double champ, it needs to be Jade, or we need a draft immediately.
Yeah. So, and they're not going to put it back on Nia.
No.
So, and I can't think of any other woman that's on SmackDown.
Chelsea.
That's on SmackDown that can have a.
Chelsea not on SmackDown?
She is on SmackDown, but you threw her name out and didn't let me finish. So I just continued. That can wrestle in the ring with Tiffany to get that belt.
Okay. I think this next match needs no true introduction. I think we all knew.
What match was next?
I think we all knew that with this particular opponent, which is what we wanted John to face AJ, right? This is one of the dream opponents that we talked about months ago. So we knew that it had the potential to be what it was. So before we start the glazing, let's get off the critique. Get off what you didn't like, and then we can talk about everything that we do like about this goddamn match, because there's a lot. DT?
Are we going to do a round robin of critiques or just me?
I have something, but it's nothing crazy.
For me to keep that same energy and keep it a buck, I did not like the 1,000 false finishes. I didn't. That's my only critique. Now, I do understand false finishes on finishers that are not yours, because they're not yours. So you shouldn't be able to finish nigga on something that is not your move. But in terms of the AA and shit like that, like, I just felt like how protect the finisher. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's literally my only critique. And saying it out loud, I sound like I'm nitpicking, but like the amount of false finishes was crazy. And I get it. It keeps the crowd engaged. They're jumping out their seats. They're screaming. You get the pop. Totally understand. But if I'm a cream, pause, or talk shit about AEW for doing it, then I gotta do the same with WWE. It's just I'm like the amount of false finishes is crazy.
I think mine's kind of ties into the same realm as yours, to where the match was great, but it wasn't the in-ring. It's weird because this what I'm about to say makes no fucking sense, but it does make sense in my head. Is that the match was great, but it wasn't the in-ring work that made it great. It was the amount of callbacks to certain wrestlers that made it great. You know, like it wasn't like, oh my god, they gave us 30 minutes of just like, great fucking wrestling. they gave us 30 minutes of really good fucking spots and homages to a lot of people. And I really love that particular part about the match.
Amazing.
That shit was great. But as far as like, it makes no sense, bro. Because it sounds counterintuitive to be like, how's the match great and they didn't, or like you didn't like the spot fest, but they didn't give you an entertaining match, or the ring work wasn't great. It makes no fucking sense, but it just does in my head. And I'm sorry if that sounds fucking crazy, but that's just how I feel right now.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, I urge both of you guys to rewatch the match at some point.
I
I
like
would
the
say,
match.
I would say, there is a difference. If I was to give a rebuttal to DT's particular comment, there is a difference, but I don't want to take up too much time. As far as my only complaint is that the match wasn't. The match could have been like 5 minutes longer for me. That's my only complaint with it. I think it was an amazing match. I think it's from someone who's seen every single match of theirs since AJ joined the company. They've always delivered stellar matches, and I think this was, again, another stellar match. And I think it's a sneaky, random match to enter into the possible match of the year talk conversations. I think it was definitely more than a nostalgia for him, because, again, that's why I'm urging you to watch the match. It's not that you guys didn't like the match, but saying that, like, it was all about these spots, but, like, there was actually story between the spots, and it was more than just about paying homage to other people. But that is what it is. But I don't know. It was a good match to me.
Yeah, I still like the match. Like, I'm not saying that it was bad. Like, I think we all universally agree. Like, the match was great. It's just I get what Jay is saying. So.
Now into the love. It's absolutely fucking amazing. I think that like this is my second favorite match of the year. I think
Was
third.
it the Rhea Io Evolution match? Or are you talking about for WWE, or are you talking about in whole and total?
Well, I do them both separately. So for WWE, like this is like definitely third in my list. I think this one, the Cody and Cena match at SummerSlam, minus the fucking post shit, was fucking great. And I think Rhea Io Bianca at Mania still has it for me. Like as far as like my favorite match. But like this was great. Cena has 2 top 3 matches in a span of 3 fucking months. Like, and what changed? Babyface turn. He got to be himself. We could have had a full year of this fucking shit, but no, we had to go with Cena making kids in Brussels fucking cry. But nevertheless, we get what we get now. This was fucking great. Like the homage to Bray. We did the Sister Abigail and the Fireflies and the crowd just light up, right? First off, let's just notice the crowd. Everybody got a fucking Cena shirt on. Everybody named Mama got a goddamn Cena shirt on, bro.
Yellow
like,
everywhere.
Every fucking where. And to see that the shirts is yellow everywhere, and then you see the Fireflies up, and you see this moment, this brief moment where Cena like sits there and he takes it all in, because he's like in a weird way, it was kind of like Bray's like approval, right? Like the people reacted really well. He sat there and looked around like, damn, like I feel you in that moment. And I think that was, at least that's what I interpreted from that. Like I feel like that's a really, really dope fucking moment, bro. Like it's great. AJ Styles coming out in like old TNA gear, right? Like just 2 legends and hugging and kissing on stage, bro. Like it's great. Like it's just fucking great. I don't have anything outside of what I said before that could take me out of this match. It was a long match, and they could have went a little bit longer because it was just that much fun to watch.
For me, they told me what type of time they were on when John handed that paper to Alicia Taylor, and when she started reading it, I said, "Oh shit!" Like they're letting it all like be canon, be available, be there. And then they mentioned the Bullet Club, and he was like, "The fuck? They mentioned the Bullet Club? Okay." Like I was like, "All right." Like that won me over.
We're about to get some shit.
Yeah, like even if like the match in itself was subpar afterwards, that part for me would have won me over. and been like, regardless, like we got to see these two go at it. It'd be like watching. You probably wouldn't want to see it, but it'd be like watching like LeBron and Katie. No, we would want to see that actually. LeBron and Katie's last one-on-one game together.
It's like it was like LeBron and Kobe All-Star game without Drake fucking up the picture, right? Like
that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Like that's what we wanted.
I saw a couple pictures posting Brady versus Peyton Manning, and I'm like, I can see that.
I can see that too. Mm-hmm. I can see that too. But it's like just to see those like these two legends like who are both approaching 50, right? And went out there and gave a fucking banger, bro. Like just it's just shit that you can't teach about the game that you just see that they have. Like IQ, there's like here I mentioned the in-ring storytelling that they do, like the things that like it's being lost. It's like the backboard shot in basketball. Like they just have it, bro. The fundamentals are crazy for them.
Yeah, like the crowd once they started seeing all the spots and the crowd was like 619, 619, 6. You know,
the fact that they accidentally teased it though, like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you know, goddamn well John can't do that. And then they was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to call the audible right here. This is what we're going to do.
I don't know. He can do a code red. I thought he was about to do it. Like, so I watched this.
He's going to do it in San Diego.
Because okay, so I almost watched this match live because even though I didn't go to work, I still woke up at my normal work hours. So my plan was to watch it live, but then my wife randomly took off work too. So I was like, fuck it, I get to sleep in. So I watched this match at the ramen shop a couple hours ago, honestly. And there was parts that got me standing up. And this is a packed ramen shop. So I look crazy. And like one of them was the moment that we were just talking about. Another one was when you see the phenomenal forearm without the elbow brace. I thought that was it. So like I do understand when DT was talking about false finish, like because that's like the best version of his move, pretty much. So I thought that one was it. But no, like, I don't know, man. When Triple H was like, oh, this is a love letter to wrestling, like, as much as we like to crap on him now because of how much of a tool he is, I think that is a perfect quote to kind of label this match. Like, this was two GOATs, like, pretty much everything you both just said. And that's the reason why I was like, yeah, honestly, maybe Cena should just extend it. They should just end this match, like, they should do this. They should both be each other's final opponent. Like this match was amazing. Like there was a point in time when they were doing they were switching between submissions, which like 6 years ago online that would have got dumped on because it's like usually when you like people are just doing a bunch of submissions, you know, they used to be a joke thing called like rest holds. Like, oh, they're just doing this to take a break. They're just doing this to like burn the clock or something like that. But like I don't know, every single move, every single thing that they did, it made the crowd more engaged. Like DT was saying, like everyone, like the crowd got more and more and more engaged. Like there was no point in time where they zoned out and just like was just on their hand, like just sitting on their hands. Like they were engaged the entire match.
Yeah, they did not take any breaks in this. Like I think Cena pulled out like the Angel's wings too, which was fucking crazy. Like, what was the Angel wing spot?
I think isn't that AJ? I thought AJ did that because isn't that Daniel?
Was it AJ?
Christopher Daniels move?
Yeah, Christopher Daniels. Yeah. So
yeah, because AJ was doing moves too, which is what made it also cool. Because AJ was he gave one for Christopher Daniels. He gave one to Samoa Joe because he put him in the Coquina, and somebody else I can't think of, but yeah. They both were doing their homage stuff.
Cena did a Deadeye, which was like, oh shit! Like there was just. I think there's a tweet that I liked today where it was like it was a picture of the create a character or create a moveset avatar, and Here Come the Pain, where it's like the green guy, and Cena. They were like, this is who Cena is for his last match, where he's like just pulling out everything, and I completely understood the reference. Like it was just. It was dope, bro. Like it was really, really fucking fun to watch. Really great to see. Cena goes for the RKO and a punt kick. You know, like that happened here, and then we see that the setup right for the like AJ or how can I say this? Cena ends up doing a Super Cena moment where he does the kip up out of like, when he falls down and carries somebody up and then turns him into like the AA or whatever, flips into the AA. And I was like, oh, AA is about to end the match. This motherfucker flips and it turns into a tombstone and it completely popped. Huge pop. Because I was like, I'm so accustomed to knowing what what he's gonna do, and I'm so like, okay, AA, here it comes. And he sits there and like turns that bitch into a tombstone, bro. Fire.
We saw the walls of Jericho. That got
walls
me to
Jericho.
Pop.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
The accolade. He did the stand up thing with the choke slam like the Undertaker. But the whole match was me. I was the gift from Vince Carter. This is the game I love. I was just like,
nah,
living
that's
bro,
funny. To be both of them, like this is the game I love, and I got one more in me. Is fucking hilarious. Like that's.
I was hoping, and maybe we'll see it down the road. But I was actually hoping that he was going to try to hit the rock bottom in that match, and I was kind of fiending for it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if he does the rock bottom, I'm a pop.
It's funny because I started thinking about like that as well, not necessarily for The Rock, but like who else had matches with Cena that like he could pull to, and I was like, man, an ankle lock from Kurt Angle would have been dope. I would love to see that. But like this is what I mean, like
skull crushing finale
was fire, bro. The first one, it was the first one.
Yep.
Was skull crushing finale, like in just the history
John
with
Cena.
him and Miz. Like
the main event of WrestleMania, man.
Like that's fire. And I need Miz to come out and be like, I did mine's better. Like he was a little off. I need Miz to go and critique his skull crushing finale and just be like, his leg was just a little out here. Shit, AJ hit a Sweet Chin Music.
Like fire! And he tuned up the band. He tuned up the band and then did the pass out pin.
And it was a clean, it was so clean. I'm like, why haven't you been doing this? Like that's how clean the move was. And I'm like, why has this been in your arsenal already, bro? Like that shit was clean as my, bro. Put it on a shoe.
Yeah,
put the logo on a shoe.
Close it out here. God tier match. Will probably go down in history as one of the greatest WWE matches for sure. Like definitely this year, absolutely. But like, I got nothing but praise for the excitement that I had watching this. Like, and for me personally, like I haven't been excited about a WWE match like in a long time, bro. Like I said, SummerSlam with Cena and Cody, got it. Afterwards, but that match itself was fire. And then go to Palooza where like you feel like the energy just tanks down and then picks back up for like Crown Jewel. Like I'm at a solid C level here, right? Where I'm not in, but I'm excited. At least that match had me excited. So
that's what's up.
Rhea, Io, Asuka, and Kairi. Y'all may have to take ahead of this one. This was my moment where I went to go get food and whatnot. So what were you eating chili, nigga?
No, I think I was passing out. I was kind of like, it's fucking 7 a.m. at this point. I only had 3 hours of sleep. I was kind of nodding. I ain't gonna lie.
That nigga got the itis. That's what happened.
I can't go bell to bell with details of what happened, but it was a solid ass match. All four women obviously did their thing because all four women are great. I do believe I will go on the limb and saying I think the wrong person won. I think because Rhea and Io win. Rhea and Io win. Io gets the pin, so it's not like it ends on Rhea, but I feel like since they were first time being a tag team, and this is more than likely not going to be the final match, I think it would have made more sense to have the heels win, in my opinion. But all four did great. Rhea, she just listen to her pops at a random American show. Like obviously, it's times that here in Perth, like she's talking like Stone Cold pops. Like crowd loves her. She's a megastar. Everyone loves Io. Solid as much. I
did like the Rhea ends up giving like Kyrie like the razor's edge, and the way that Kyrie like sells this shit is fucking like amazing. I think I was watching this match and I was like, I'm ready for a Rhea heel turn. I need something to like change here.
Yeah, the
Can they
thing
do
is,
that?
I don't think you
honestly,
can do it. I just like I was just ready for it.
honestly, I'm gonna say you can, but they shouldn't, and they shouldn't for two reasons. One, it's kind of similar to Jay. Like even when Rhea was fully heel in Judgment Day, she was still getting cheered because again, Rhea's cool shit. Everyone loves Rhea. But to go to a DT point earlier, like Rhea is on that Gunther level to the point where not everyone should just be pinning her either. And her being heel and being a dominant, like she's already a dominant. She's a dominant whatever alignment she is. So like her going back to heel and being just as and still just as dominant, but just what more maybe 2% more aggressive. Like it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna do anything for her character wise. Like her, like right now she's still trying to find herself as a solo star after Judgment Day and then after not holding a title. So like there's still like she's still kind of in her arc of finding herself. So I don't think a turn would be wise, but it's not. I wouldn't say they couldn't do it. Like it's doable, but I don't think they should personally. But.
You think she's still in her bag of? You think she's still in the finding herself phase? She,
Without being surrounded by a belt, yeah. Without her drive being, I'm
okay,
going to get
Yeah,
my belt back. Like, because that
okay.
was for a year.
That makes sense.
She
Okay,
would just pull up
like
and be like, "I'm getting my belt back." And niggas be like, "All right," and then she would get it every time. And then that's when people started getting tired of her. So getting her
gotcha.
away. So the same thing they did with Charlotte, getting her away from the main title picture, has allowed people to not, at least from an internet and TV perspective, because in the arena they're gonna pop regardless. She can come out and do
Yeah,
whatever.
it's similar to like Roman, right? What do you look like away from the belt? And that's not a shot. I
No,
really just
yeah,
mean like
no, I
finding
mean
like
he
the
mentioned
story,
Charlotte. That's another good example.
yeah.
like just what can we do? Okay, in that aspect, all right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, any thoughts about where the story is going to go with them before we transition to the main event?
With Rio, there's gonna be if they're a legitimate tag team, there's gonna be another rematch. And
Yeah, and
I don't know if they
we might
even
as well
can.
get.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say in saying that we might as well get a tag team run as well. Just even a quick one because at some point Bianca's gonna come back. That's gonna muddy the main championship. You know, pool. Uh, you can only keep because again,
You gotta
Rhea
excuse us.
Rhea is at
Wait, no.
Rhea and Io are at that point where you can only keep them busy for so long until it's like, why are they not having a title? So I feel like if you keep them in a tag, similar to what we were doing with Alexa and Charlotte, keep them in a tag for a hot second. You have some legs on it, and it'll be a cool tag team to see anyway. So that's what I see. I see. Obviously, this feud is going to go on a little bit longer because the heels are going to have to get their win back at some point or get their win back. Um, but yeah, just keep them together for a little bit because everyone loves this. Like we're talking about two people that the crowd loves separately, and they're together, so you can't really go wrong.
Okay. Main event: Cody Rhodes, Seth freaking Rollins, champion versus champion for the Crown Jewel Championship. Um, before I give my opinion on the match, I'm gonna give it to the stage. What do y'all think? What's
Well, before we do that, let's make sure we include a pivotal piece of the storytelling. After Bronson Reed essentially decimated the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman were backstage, and Paul Heyman said essentially, "I don't give a damn if Seth stands up on the turnbuckle, waves his hands for y'all to come out and help him. Don't help him." So what we haven't had the opportunity to kind of go over the last couple of weeks because we haven't been able to put the episodes out is who is actually in charge
in
of the
control?
vision. And so we're starting to see and this I'm not going to stay here too long because I know we want to keep it short, but we're starting to see like distinction, a split in between who is giving and taking the orders. Um, so that's one piece of it. The other piece of it is obviously Seth has had this obsession with needing to be needing to be Cody, which he should, because at this point he's 0-3 to Cody, and he wants to be able to prove himself that he is the guy. So he needs to beat the quote unquote guy at the moment. Um, the other thing I want to throw in here, and this is just a question for you guys to think about: um, do we think that Paul Heyman's character has gotten to the point now where, and this could be a reason why he sought out Seth, was he was tired of being looked at as, um, I don't want to say a side piece, but tired of being looked at as an auxiliary piece as opposed to the actual engine of the faction or the engine of the main character that he is behind. Does Paul Heyman believe in his mind that he is bigger than Seth Rollins, which is the reason why he chose to align himself with Seth Rollins? Because when you're with CM Punk, you're not bigger than CM Punk. When you're with Roman, you're not bigger than Roman. So does he believe that he is bigger than Seth, i.e., the reason why he believes he's the one calling the shots? That's just my question
So,
for that.
I'm gonna tie something in because you were talking about like Seth and like his obsession with Cody, right? And I think that's a pivotal piece that we have to pay attention to as well. Is that like Seth does get obsessed with his opponents to a point that where it's almost detrimental, right? To not only to like himself, because we've seen that he's willingly put himself in harm's way to see something end, right? I think that obsession piece is what Paul Heyman's tick is, right? Is that he sees that like, oh, if we dangle this carrot in front of Seth, he'll lose his fucking mind because he has to see that through. That's Seth's character. I have to knock this wall down, whether you like it or not. And I don't want your help because I want to do it because it's my wall. This has to be done by me. Once again, that obsession factor. I think Paul can see that and kind of like nurtures that aspect. And Seth is also just so blinded to see not to see it, right? It's with anything. He hates Roman. You throw Roman in front of him, he goes on a tangent. You throw Cody in front of him, he goes on a tangent. You throw Punk in front of him, he goes on a tangent. His mind. That nigga loses his mind against these niggas, bro. So it's like, I think Paul Heyman seen that and maybe wants to like, use that against him in some kind
to his advantage.
Yeah.
Hero, what do you think? Because
I'm crying tears of joy right now. I feel like a proud dad because I feel like both of y'all are hitting so many good possible story plot points that I'm like, honestly, you guys saw some stuff that I didn't even see, or that I didn't even catch on to yet, or that I didn't even theorize. I feel I'm honestly, I think that is. I think DT, what you're saying, I think that is extremely plausible, and if that does pan out, again, there's a reason why that the O used to be Oracle. Jay, what you're saying, also to piggyback off what he was saying, like I think that's also very plausible as well. Like I think, man, like no, yeah, I think that is very plausible storylines if that's the trajectory that we're going, because I think Heyman. I mean, I think Heyman, he likes to see himself one step ahead. Also, I think that's also part of his character trait, and his one step ahead has always been the next big thing. That's why it used to be the other guy. That's why it's always the next big thing, and his next big thing is going to be Braun Breaker. So like he's already having a step ahead, but maybe he is playing two different games to where he knows how to dangle that carrot in front of Seth and hit those personal, emotional spots that gets him triggered and whatnot. Like, I think that's also very plausible. As far as this match goes, the match is amazing, and yeah, Seth needed to win this match, and he did win this match, and he won it by keeping his word. There was not a single outside interference. He did what he had to do, and he got that damn W. Oh man, I can just hear people still singing a song country to me currently. If you guys just pause your lives and just like listen, you'll hear it yourself.
To go back slightly, it would also make sense why Bronson Reed is a part of the group and he's siding with Paul Heyman and not Seth. Because once again,
he took Seth out.
Exactly. So it would make
yeah.
more sense for that our story to be correct here, that Bronson Reed was a Paul Heyman recommendation and not a Seth Rollins recommendation. But it was placed inside Seth's head to make it look like it was your idea. Kind of
yeah, it's like, yeah, because you beat him before. Yeah, he took you out, but you won the feud.
And
it's
you know,
okay.
Seth in his character is one of those ones where you're like, you're right.
You're right.
You are right.
I show dominance, you know.
Yeah.
Once again, rubbing his ego, like that's where he gets hurt the most is when he's like, "Oh, Cody's a quarterback one. Bloodline runs our show, runs wrestling. When it's not him and he's not the guy, he takes that shit personal."
Cody didn't help in his last promo on SmackDown. He was talking super spicy.
When CM Punk
he was talking super spicy. He might as well say no pop. He might as well just said no pop. Like that's essentially what he said, bro. Like
Cody be talking crazy.
I was hot. Like, no, Cody offended me on Friday. He was like, just like everyone else is gonna carry the company, you know, like if I'm gone, like a Roman, a Punk, a Rhea, like he named everybody but Seth, but your best.
That's how you get that nigga, bro. That's
exactly.
How that nigga loses his
he was in his head.
Bro.
He was in his head, bro. Yeah, and that was part of the story, bro. Like the video packages for this, like it's because we brought up the women's one. And then if you even think about last year, like it's one of the downfalls when it comes to like these Survivor type matches, like where it was like, you know, the Survivor matches, or where it's like matches like this to where it's like, okay, it has to be champion versus champion, and a lot of the times you don't get a good storyline, or you have to like make up a storyline because some of these people don't have history. It's like we're very beneficial to have this history, like even with last year, like Gunther and Cody, like that's a match we always wanted to see, especially after that Royal Rumble, like that last 10 minutes and whatnot. But like since they're on different shows and they can only interact so much, like there wasn't as much meat on the bone as there could be, because we know both of these characters, we know what kind of feud that they could have, but there's just not as much meat on the bone. But with this one, like there is, and I think that like this show overall, it benefits from this, and like in a perfect world you could have this kind of like every time it's a champion versus champion, it's like someone who has a history. That's not always going to be the case, but in this particular match, and sorry to go on a random tangent, but like I feel like it did really help because of how good this feud is and like the history of it, and like just watching the video packages. It's even the video package for this particular show, which doesn't include the last 2 weeks on Raw, which, you know, had different theme songs, that background and shit, where it was like you feel that intensity that they hated each other. You feel that moment where it's like, oh, like he really was his shield. Like you get that emotion. It was like, oh man, he really was his friend. And like you get to this point where it's like, I gotta do everything to fucking beat you. Like I don't know, it was just really good shit.
That carries over even more so into the match when you look at like Seth's pants, right?
Yeah.
He's wearing pieces of each match inside the pants, like just connecting the dots with that storytelling. Like that shit's, I appreciate that shit. That's ball, bro. That's hoop. That's real hoop right there. Like I love all of that. Match was amazing. I thought this match was dope. I thought this was a great main event match, and it was like, here's the thing with me and like time limits when it comes to matches, right? If you're working, I don't give a damn how long the match is, because the match was fire because y'all was working. When we talked about Cena and AJ, they were working. The match was like 30 minutes, but they was working. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
this match I think was like 35, maybe 40 minutes, and they were working. Like I have no knocks when it comes to that, because WWE has a thing when inside their matches there's like lulls, and we talked about it earlier. Like there's just moments where like the rest breaks that you said beforehand. I didn't feel that in this match. Like they were getting to the money here. Like my time is. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry. I was going to say there was a point in time, and it was in the very beginning of the match where there was a quote unquote maybe lull, and that's when Seth like left the ring. That's when he was having like his temper tantrum, but that was part of the story. Like to just glaze the story a little bit. Like that was part of the story. Like he started off super aggressive. Cody was just like countering all that shit, and like even Wade Barrett was like he tried to do a pedigree already. It's only like 2 minutes to match. Like and then you see Seth frustrated. And then you see him starting to lock in, and that's when he gets that like super that sexy ass counter on the disaster kick.
The disaster kick, nigga, that power bomb.
Yeah, and then like he gets a really close 2 count, and then he starts crashing out again, and then like you see his character trajectory, like you see him crash out at the beginning, settle in, crash out again, and then he settles in, and then all of a sudden they're both on Ultra Instinct doing just all crazy shit to each other, like.
You see that?
This is the sport I love, bro. Again, the Vince Carter.
They was balling. They was balling, bro. Seth goes for like the bionic elbow in this. He shows off the dusty patch, and whatnot. And we see that
Cody's like, psych.
he ends up the watch, right? He ends up taking the watch off, right? At the beginning of the match and gives it to the ref. Then he goes to the timekeeper table, grabs the fucking watch, and places inside the ring. Now, normally, I'm the guy's like, fuck these accessories, right? Because why? But this one means something. It's different. Like, this is different than the bracelet, right? Because the character gave this to you. Yeah. Like, the pumpkin.
No, I know what bracelet.
I feel like it's different because it's like Cody gave this to you after, like, you helped him, supersede that mountain of Roman Reigns. So to see him go and like I'm going to use this to like take you out is crazy. That's number one. Number two, you know how much you got to hate a motherfucker to do a diving headbutt from one side of the ring to the other?
Bro, coast to coast headbutt, bro.
Like, just think about how mad you got to be to where like, what? I'm far away from you right now. I'm going to make sure.
Done before, bro.
Nigga, like, he was going like what, bro?
So when he's standing on the turnbuckle, I'm like, bro, I've never seen Seth jump that far. Can he make this jump? I'm like, is he gonna try to stomp him from way over there? Is he gonna kick him? I'm like, how is he gonna do? No, I'm going head first. I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm going head first.
I'm gonna hit you with my head.
Yeah.
I don't do this, but I want to take you out, nigga.
We both got children, but it got to happen.
I don't give a damn.
To talk about the watch comment that you just made, another cool aspect, and it really depends on how tapped in you are to wrestling. If you're just a casual fan, you're not gonna it's not gonna be that deep. But he's finally brought out that watch the last couple Raws once this match was announced, right? And if you see Cody in any interviews, even on his own podcast or other podcasts, he's talked about this watch multiple random times. Like I bought, because he bought everyone in the match that watch. And he's like, I'd never seen Seth wear it. Like, he's talked about this for months. So, like, there's that aspect of the storytelling. Then there's the other aspect of the storytelling to where, Seth did bring it out. And he could have used it immediately. And then he hesitated. And he's like, no, I want to do this shit clean. And then that's when he puts it on the ring, the side of the ring. And then eventually he does use it, which it's a whole other story aspect because yes, he finally got this win. There was no interference. No one helped him. But he didn't do it clean, technically. Mm-hmm. So, like, there's still that slight asterisk. But you still did get that W, Mike. Like, there's still so much storytelling in the future. Like, this wrestling.
It feels like,
this is the sport I love.
It feels like with Seth, it's like he's almost telling himself he has to be a villain. Even with, like, the promo against Cody, it's like, we were never friends. Like you were just a placeholder or a stepping stone to get where we needed to go. Like he's like telling himself this shit. I don't think he believes it. I think he's trying to battle this.
He sounds like Vegeta.
Yeah, DT posted. Sure. Yeah, he said. I forgot who was the original tweet or whatever, but they compared it to Majin Vegeta, and that's exactly when DT put it in the group chat. Like that's exactly the vibe he gives off. He gives off that Majin Vegeta vibe, where it's like. You say it on this, you don't mean it, but you just want this power because you've been craving this power for so fucking long. Yeah. You finally got it, so you gotta bake burn a bridge. But
you gotta eat that. I knew Seth was going to win this match when I saw him kick out of the Super Crossroads.
That shit was insane.
It was absolutely nuts. And I was like, normally that would end the match.
Honestly, I don't think we ever seen a Super Crossroads.
So, okay, question. Because I initially tweeted Super Crossroads and then I deleted it and then tweeted Avalanche. Is it a Super Crossroads when he does the 3 joints? And then an Avalanche because it's you coming
at
down? Like that's
so it you're right and you're wrong. Honestly, it's both. So it depends on the person. So with the Cody Rhodes one, you were right to correct it because technically that would be an Avalanche because the Super Crossroads is when he does it 3 times, which is how he beat Roman. Which is like even in 2K, this recent 2K, when you get when you get all of the you stock up your finishers and you do a super finisher. His super crossroads is a triple crossroads, but like with Rollins, if he does a stop off the top, it's a super stop. Or with Cena, it's honestly I've heard it be a super AA and I've heard it be avalanche AA, but usually sometimes the super AA is when he does it twice. So then it's switched to where the top rope one is the avalanche AA. Like it really, it honestly it's one of those weird ass wrestling things where like it's a rule, but it's not a rule, and it is what it is because like if you do an RKO off the top, it's a super RKO.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, once he kicked out of that, I was like, yeah, this boy's about to win this. And so we see that like Seth, they are both shaken up from the crossroads. Seth misses a stomp. Cody lands a couple kicks, goes for the pedigree, and then what you got, DT?
This is my thing. I don't have a problem with the match not. No, let me rephrase that. I have a problem with him kicking out. I don't have a problem with the match not finishing on that. If you do the Avalanche Crossroads, I don't know. I haven't seen him use it in WWE, so this is just if y'all seen it and I missed it.
No, I haven't.
So if you pull that out, and that's the first time you seen that,
you don't kick out.
You don't kick out. So if he need to roll out the ring or something and miss the pin, that's different. Like, cool, I'm with that. But you don't kick out of that.
The counter to that is since you haven't seen it, that's why he kicked out. For example, the triple, he's proven to beat a Brock Lesnar and a Roman with that. So it's like if he would have kicked out the triple, then you would be like, okay, what the fuck is going on with this match? But since he did a move that you never seen before, that's why he kicked out. That's the quick wrestling rebuttal, I guess.
I will counter that with not a kick out, but a leg on the rope. That I can like live with.
That would be nice.
And it'd be like, oh shit, he had his leg on the rope, and that's why. Because that kind of move would not deter, but that kind of move would require like, oh shit, fuck, he had that much energy left in him to put his leg on the rope. Like, I can live with that. But I do understand the frustration because it was like the first time we seen it, it's something crazy. This thing just kicks out. It was like,
I agree with both of you. It shouldn't have been a regular kick out. Like it should have like a leg on rope that would have easily been like I would have sufficed with that. Like a regular kick out is kind of egregious.
Yeah. We see that Seth slips the pedigree, kind of runs into like the ref, grabs the watch, hits Cody in the head with the watch, the stomp, 1, 2, 3.
2 stomps.
2 stomps. It was 2 stomps. 2 stomps. Seth Rollins wins, becomes the second Crown Jewel champion. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Right person won. He needed to get this win. He could not have gone 0-4.
No, it might as well have been the Bray, the Fiend Hell in a Cell match again if he would have lost. Like, my nigga would have went to AEW.
And Seth started popping the shit off after match.
Hated it.
Why?
Cause nigga, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Roman Reigns. It has everything to do with there cannot be 3 people saying that they're the greatest of all time that are currently wrestling. That's literally it. If Roman was the third nigga to say it, I'd have the same position. You cannot say we can't have this whole year be about Cena being the GOAT, the greatest of all time, 17 championships, 17 never seen, greatest of and then a nigga go 1-3 versus somebody and be like, I'm the greatest of all time.
I agree with you. My only counter is one, I'm hoping that means he will face Cena. I was hoping that was a foreshadow. And two, if it's not a foreshadow, then my rebuttal is niggas do that in sports all the time. Like there's
no, the athletes.
If you
athletes don't do it, the fans will do it.
But
the
athletes, the fans, yes.
You will not
the
have.
Athletes.
Yeah, no, because no.
And
no, you're right.
Even with like, I didn't have a problem with it because it's in Seth. That's Seth. He's gonna do that. He's gonna get in his bag and talk about he's the greatest. I'm gonna sing his song because that's his ego. So to go back to what we were talking about, the story of it, it makes sense that he's doing this. Like, I beat the mountaintop. I beat the quarterback when I'm that guy now because that's all he cared about. Meanwhile, Mr. Heyman back here telling you boys, don't go help him. If he dies, he dies. So you're losing out on control of your team because you're so obsessed with beating the quarterback one. Meanwhile, quarterback one goes back to being the WWE champion, and you got to go back to your group.
Kayfabe wise, he should have seen the tape by then because that was earlier in the show.
Who have now pinned Roman, something you have not done in years and did not do in 5.
Yeah, but he ain't lost. He ain't lost either. He ain't lost.
Yeah, no, Roman's
so the same way that Cody got his number, he got Roman's number.
And also to piggyback off of what you were saying, Leonard, like if we're talking about just like obviously I have a bias, but if we're going to be like legit, if we're talking about like wrestler of the year for 2025, like Seth absolutely needs to be in this combo. And if we're talking about like his wins, he's pinned Roman, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk all in the same year. Things that a lot of people cannot say either. Like it's tough. Yeah, I'm just saying it's tough. But yeah, so and I think that's the reason why he was talking that shit because he got a pin on
Roman
Punk.
at Mania, right?
He was the one. Yeah, he pinned Roman at Mania.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, he beat Punk twice, but he got the pin at Clash in Paris. Like he pinned Punk, and then he got a pin on Cody, a person that he never beat before.
That's a solid like 3. You took out some big dogs for sure.
Yeah, so I think that was one of the reasons he was like, you know what, I'm about to pop my shit off, bro. like what you know, the judge just said the song. You can't sue me for this song, bro. I'm about to pop my shit off.
And what's funny, because like this, how you know he's also in his ego bag, because he snatches the mic. He's like, I already know what you're gonna ask. You're gonna ask me how does it feel to get the monkey off her back and whatnot. And like he was so like giddy about the win that he anticipated like what you were gonna ask him, and then he just went on his goddamn tangent, right? To where we don't know what she was gonna ask, but in his mind he was like, "You're gonna ask me that question. I know you're gonna ask me because it's always about him." Like. And not about like, you know, how does it feel to be the Crown Jewel champion? He didn't give a fuck about the belt. He wanted to be fucking Cody, and that's what he got.
That belt took up his whole damn midsection.
It
was all about the ring.
You know, it's funny. And I don't know if you caught it, but I caught it. I had to rewind it. Like Stephanie comes out, Vac here comes out, and like you know, it's right next to him, like they did with Gunther and Liv and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But he says something to her, and I could be paraphrasing here, but it's in the aspect of like,
my wife is coming for you.
My wife is coming for you. Mm-hmm. And then Stephanie looks at him and was like, I'll be ready. Like I'm here. Mm-hmm. But I found that very interesting too, to where it's like, in this moment, you're also like,
my wife. Thinking about his wife, bro. He's a wife guy, bro.
Now, that could be great, right? In the chance of like, hey, my wife's coming. She's gonna be ready for that. Or you just set up your wife to get her ass whooped.
Well,
either way, you know, we know it would be the first time this year, based on how he set up to AJ.
But one, we know Becky doesn't have a problem putting people over. 2, transparently, I wouldn't mind seeing them both have the same belt, like together. 3. She has to, like, okay. So if we're doing, you want to do kayfabe wise, she has to have seen Paul Heyman and how he been moving. Because as a wife, you're supposed to be watching your husband back. So I know she's seen it. So she got to say something, right?
Somebody got
It just
hopefully.
depends. They're
Or-
both obsessive. They're both very obsessive about their opponents. That's a common trait that they share.
Seth is an architect, so maybe he sees it.
And-
Like I was saying, like kayfabe wise, that was a pre-tape thing, like or not
Becky-
pre-tape, but like he should have seen it at some point, right? Like,
Becky just lost to Maxine.
Yeah,
well, that's
but-
because she was. That's because she was popping her shit. Not listening to that.
But it's still a loss. Where it's like you got to worry about your own shit, right? Like
that's
there's
a
lot
Quinn
going on here.
Lopez family trait. Sometimes you just gotta be popping your shit. You ain't paying attention to what else in the background.
Have
You
no
just gotta-
the whole time. Shinsuke in the back planning your demise. You have no idea.
you just gotta pump the shit.
Shout out to Shinsuke,
All right.
man. I popped when he came back. I did.
Yeah, and OG music.
Oh my god.
All right, so
I just need Fins. Bring back Fins. Finn had that clip of where he went back to NXT and they did it, and the crowd went fucking nuts. Like we need.
I love Finn's music.
Finn's music is fire, bro. His interest is
I
fire.
mean, I love his current music. His heel music. I love that shit. Not the Judgment Day song, but
I need the lights.
the trap beats with the.
I need the Finn Balor logo in the Pride colors when he had the leather jacket. I need that thing.
I fucks with it. Leather jacket
All
with
right.
the big X. Let's go.
Rated out of 5. What do we got?
4. I'm gonna go 4.
I'll do 3.8 just to be different, I guess. 3.8.
I'm rocking with DT. I'm gonna give it 4. I think.
Well, shit, I feel like I like this more than you guys. I'll do 4 too. I'll also do 4. Well,
You don't have like
You know what? That fits in favor of how many Cena matches are left. 4. All right, let's just do that.
That's hilarious.
Anything else we need to get off your chest before we get out of here?
I hope you guys hear this. I miss you.
Oh, I swear to God, I hope you guys hear it.
I miss,
This
you guys
is a
haven't
great
heard me
episode.
since August. Like, I've been on such good behavior. I haven't talked about Swerve one time.
To be fair, he's also not wrestling, so
Yeah, I know. That was the joke.
this nigga is, to be fair.
Like, do we even have a pod if this don't come out?
I don't know, nigga. I don't know. Don't ask me questions like that. I have no idea, bro. I just hope it comes out. I want to send a shout out to what's her name? EDM girl's name in AEW now. Lacey Jane.
Lacey Lane.
Oh yeah,
Lacey Lane. Not a huge fan of the EDM girls, but she had a great match on Dynamite this week. I still need more of like a sample size to kind of like give out a full review of her, but she had a great match. So
I mean, she's
want
the
to shout
height
her
of
out.
the sample size. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what else do
I
you
mean,
need?
and she can
Right
wrestle.
time.
She can wrestle. I find it funny.
I mean, it
though,
was also against Monet. Like, you gotta get.
who knows
But that's
how
what
to-
I want. I need to see more away from that.
She knows that they both know the WWE style, so maybe that's probably why that was her like first match in to break her in. So
Right.
yeah,
But yeah.
I will say this: I find it funny that she immediately popped up with another lad nigga doing TikToks though.
Oh yeah. It's just,
Oh, Bandito.
Wow.
I was like, who?
Who? Yeah.
She gonna find one.
Which
There's gonna be one backstage.
I confuse all of them cats. They all. I hate to be that guy, but Luchasaurus, Monet.
Luchasaurus is white. That will give you.
Hey,
Nigga, this is all. I'm gonna let him go. Go ahead, nigga.
Hey, call it what you want.
This is terrible.
They all got the masks.
This nigga.
Beast,
this nigga-
Beast, Mortos, whatever. I can't. All
This
y'all
is
niggas
awful.
look like. All y'all niggas look
This nigga can sit here and tell me the names of 3 white luchadors, but
Who? I know them as a group. I don't know their names. I told you, Los Americanos. I don't know them. Niggas. Don't do that. Don't do me like that. And it's one thing when we're playing into kayfabe and what's happening. It's a totally different thing when I'm
That
sitting
nigga,
here
you know that.
saying that.
Kayfabe. There's like we don't know. We've never gotten their identities. Like
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
He's the one saying it's Tyler Breeze and Pete Dunne and whoever else. I don't know who They are. I know it's three. I mean, it's Los Americanos. I know it's three of them. That's all I know.
hate the fact that you put the accent on it. Like, we got to get the fuck out of here before I crash out.
All I'm saying is Luchasaurus, Beast Mortos, and stop covering up your face.
Hologram, El Clone,
Yeah, bro.
Hechicero. I know Hechicero.
It's luchador wrestling, nigga. They Mexican wrestlers. That's what the masks come from. This nigga, like, he's saying, like, bro, all y'all got these masks. Take them off. I don't see them.
No.
What, nigga? That's like going to like the Rucker and telling niggas not to do a crossover, nigga. Like that's part of the culture. Fuck.
Yeah, no. You sound very LAPDT, is what you sound. You can't be like they all look alike.
Like a high school teacher, nigga. All y'all sag pull pants. I can't tell who you are. Like
because at first, listen, nigga. Because
Jerome, Jermaine, I don't give a damn. Call for the ball,
nigga. All y'all.
Because this is what happened when the TikTok popped up. I said, ain't that how you? I said, how you do a match with Mercedes and you dancing with her dude? And I was like, oh wait, no, it's a different person. And I was like, then I seen Luchasaurus the other day. I'm like, he got this big ass mask fucking creature on, and then you got Beast Mortos that does the same thing, and then it's another nigga with another mask.
Luchadors, with the exception of Luchasaurus.
Yeah, no, Luchasaurus is a white man that wears a dinosaur mask that can do a hurricane. Like that's it.
Listen, I gotta watch more AEW.
As far as I'm concerned, because I was not
Paul Gasol in a dinosaur mask. That's
Paul Gasol.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's just where I apologize for my naivete. You know what I'm saying? That's just where it was at. Apologies. You know what I'm saying? Like
oh fuck.
I didn't know.
All right.
I did not know.
We're getting out of here. All right, it's been real. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one.
God, please let this come out. Please.
Two sweet space cowboys.
I would say believe in the wave, but maybe just listen to the wave. Can we just start with that?
Just feel the wave.
Feel it. Listen to it. Hear the wave.
Pray for the wave.
Man, I can't wait for that notification on my phone when it at 12:01 on a Sunday it say bloop. I've been looking the last 4 Sundays. I ain't seen shit.
Pray for the wave, baby. And we out.